He said that the weather is so messed up that it's probably going to be like, it's probably going to snow in April.
Well, I believe your name's Nikki, but you're another one that I've been wanting to do a video on for quite some time. This app is filled with so many of you that it's hard to keep track. But I ask you, you're young, clearly. You're able bodied. You can walk around, talk. You can get on this app and do lives. I've even seen you go on vacation with your boyfriend. You're living with your dad, and apparently you guys were homeless for some time, but you're no longer. So I question you. Why can't you work? Why can't you go get a job? There are convenience stores, grocery stores, fast food restaurants. If you don't have an education, there are so many jobs that you, young lady, could be doing. When I was your age, do you know what I was doing? I'm assuming you're about probably 19, 20. I was working 3 jobs. That's right, 3 in case you didn't hear it. 2 full-time jobs and 1 part-time. You see, I would go to work at 11 o'clock. Excuse me, take that back. I would go to work at 3 o'clock, work until 11 p.m. at night, go home, sleep until 2:30. So when I get home, it would be about 11:30, and fall asleep around 12, get up 2.5 hours later, get ready for my next job, and be to work for 3:30 a.m. and work until 10 or 11 in the morning. And then I'd go home, do the same thing for the night job. And then on the weekends, I worked Saturdays and Sundays, 6 a.m. until 11 or 12 p.m. Why did I do that? Well, because I had to, and I was fully able-bodied to. I had no children. I had a place of my own. I had just left my ex-fiance, and I needed to support myself. I didn't have an app to come to and ask people. But even if I had, I wouldn't have done that because I was able-bodied to work. So what's your excuse? Just curious. You know, oddly enough, too, I always noticed every time I saw your videos that, like this person pointed out, you always have 420. Why is that? How can you afford that? How can you afford the jewelry that you're wearing? How can you afford all the different outfits that you wear? That's right. It's because you, like so many others on this app, came on this app and saw that it's an easy way because you know that there are people on here that just want to help out of the kindness of their heart. You see, I'm struggling very bad right now. I'm behind on a car payment, behind on a bike payment. I'm behind on 1 month of the lot rent because I have been out of work because I got injured and I lost my job. And I'm actively looking for a job. I've applied a few places. But I know if I put my Cash App up and I said, hey, look, I really need help, guys. I know that at least probably 10 people would help me. But I don't do that. You know why I don't do that? Because it's not right. Now I have diamond paintings on here that I'm trying to sell. You see, I'm trying to give somebody something in return for helping me out, so to speak. They buy a painting, I make some money, and that'll help me out. Hasn't worked out too good yet, but that's beside the point. At least my point is I'm trying to give them something in return for their help. Or not their help, but they're buying something. What are you giving your followers? Other than you sitting in front of the camera, being lazy, expecting them to go to work and then turn their paycheck over to you. Make that make sense for me, sweetheart. I got all day. Oh, and by the way, I also happen to know, which I was unaware of until not that long ago, that if you are living in a hotel or a motel, that the program is still going on where you're actually getting that room for free. You get that room for free for up to a year. A whole year you could be out working, saving that money to get you and your dad on your feet. Plus, not to mention, your dad probably gets Social Security. Where is that going, by the way? You see, like I said, you came on the app, you saw so many others doing it, and you thought, free gravy train, let's hop on it. And now you're addicted to it. You figure, why should I go to work when I can sit here, look pretty, and beg for your money? Well, you see, my job, like so many others on this app, is to make that stop. Because people need to keep their money and stop handing it over to people like you. Because right now, you could have so much if you actually went out and worked for it. But right now, in my eyes, you're nothing but a beggar and a loser. And I don't think a pretty girl like you would want that title. Now, would you? You could be working towards having a family, a home, so much. But you're not going to get that if you keep staying on this app looking like a loser and a beggar. So, I implore you to go out and be employed. Go out and get a job. Does that sound good? And hopefully to your enablers, they'll stop enabling you.